There we go. There we go. What's up, partner? How are you?
How are you?
You're not busy at all, are you?
No, not yet. Past chairman's lunch.
Cashmere Keith
1
is.
minute.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for dropping. Cashmere Keith's killing it out there.
Who is
Keith? Is it Keith? Who was it? Who's got the
Mitchell.
Keith Mitchell's got the leaderboard. 5 under after 7.
Wow.
After 7.
This course doesn't produce that.
No, it does not. So they're tearing it up. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful setup.
Yeah, we got at least one good day right now.
Well, Friday's going to be no good, but I thought the weekend's going to be okay, though, right?
But tomorrow could be an issue with. I mean, it'll be fine. Tracy has all the contingencies, but if you get rain with 156 player field and you got to move it to Saturday, and that
be a long day. Saturday
that ends up being a long day, and obviously we got Cole Swindell Saturday night, and so we're trying to play on a 3D chessboard right now, making sure everything works out.
I know. So I'm trying to do a comparison between football. When the games are, if there's a little bit of rain, you know how to handle it.
Oh yeah.
This deal is just, there's a lot of moving parts.
Right.
There's a lot of moving parts when you get bad weather.
Rain is different than electricity too.
Yeah.
So if you get electricity in the air, then you got to move everybody off the course and send them over to parking, stay in their car.
We're not expecting that though.
Right. No, not expecting that. So the rain is fine. We just
don't need any lightning.
Just get people get wet. If you get some electricity, then it gets a little complicated.
Yeah. So this is what, your 3rd year as chairman?
It's my 3rd year as chairman. Me and Tracy had an argument how long I've been on the board, but it feels like a decade. But yeah,
they had to change the rules to keep you on, right?
Well,
how are you liking this?
I got a lot of people in my they're backing me up on that.
I think you're going to win that vote.
Right. No, I'm loving it. It's it takes up a good amount of my time, but it's something I really enjoy doing. I've never really had a foundation or anything that otherwise tied me to Tampa, but this certainly does. And me and John Astrab, my co-chair, we have the same vision of what our group should look like and how this tournament should continue to progress forward in the current climate of professional golf. So we're working through that. And it's nice to have some continuity in our leadership right now. We've had great general chairmen in the past: Larry Morgan, Les Muma, obviously Keith Robinson, Jim Ice from Pitch a Penny, all preceded me, and they took this tournament to where it is now. And it's our job, John and I's job, to maintain it.
The corporate sponsorships are through the roof.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where you guys have really put a solid footing down here the last few years, right?
We don't have a tournament without them.
Yeah.
Our partners JP, you can go back to the COVID year, the pandemic year, when all of those sponsors stayed with us.
That's crazy.
None of them asked for their money back.
How'd you do that?
I begged and pleaded.
And you're Ronde Barber.
Right. Tracy West is very good at her job,
Yes,
and then since then it's just continued to grow. And the only way, our costs are incrementally increasing, so our revenue has to incrementally increase. And the only way to do that is to keep buying in and digging deeper into our local communities, our local businesses that want to be part of this. And that's why we keep growing. That's why we keep building new chalets like we did on 18 this week. That's why we introduced the Copperhead Club and the renovated Packards to draw more people out to this tournament and give them even bigger and better experiences. And I think we've accomplished that this year.
Yes, you have. So give them some of the highlights and what they'll get out here with hospitality tickets, and even without them, just the general tickets. There's so much to do out there.
Yeah. So like every PGA Tour event, Thursday and Sunday are the days that you can always find tickets. Friday and Saturday are pretty much the shared hospitality, like the Hooters Owl's Nest, the Snake Pit Hopper Pass on 17 and 16. Those sell out really quick. Yeah. Probably the only thing available is the Copperhead Club for Friday and Saturday if you're looking for a high-end ticket, because all the private hospitalities are all sold out. But grounds tickets are always available. There's always tickets to get in here. And
they got the village over there where kids can do a lot of different things. Kids get in free, right?
Yep. Kids get in free with a paying adult.
Paying adult, of course. Yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Kids get in free with a paying adult. And obviously the best day to be here is Saturday because of how good of a day that it is. There's so much to do on and around the course. Even if you're not a huge golf fan, families can come out here and enjoy it. And then, of course, enjoy
Coles
Valspar Live presented by Chick-fil-A, Cole Swindell concert, which I think is going to be awesome. I've been doing my research. I've been listening to him for like a month.
He's really good.
He's so good.
Just in. He's really good.
He's so good.
I think I saw him at a festival when he was just starting out, and he was just tremendous. And I'm like, that dude's going to be a star.
Right.
That dude's going to be a star.
He absolutely is.
All right. Can we talk a little bit of football?
Sure.
You know, the Bucks re-signed a bunch of guys. I don't know if you heard.
Who? Anybody important?
Baker, dude. Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, too.
And I said this.
A Levante guy.
Yeah. I've been over there and just, talking to all these guys. And Baker, we got a one-on-one with him. And he is the kind of the identity of this team. I mean,
Sure.
Tristan talks about that all the time. And having him locked up for a very reasonable amount of money, especially this year on the cap, they've been able to bring guys taking less money to bring the band back together. You don't see that in the NFL anymore. You just don't see that.
I think not enough people are talking about Jason Light and Mike Greenberg
exactly
in the NFL.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Look who they've drafted. I mean, obviously John Spytek and Mike Beal, those guys as well. Rob McCartney, Jackie, the whole group. They've drafted and maintained a roster better than I think most of the NFL could ever hope for. And nobody talks about them. Everybody talks about all these
playoffs 4 years in a row don't happen.
Right.
They're the only team in the NFC to do it.
They talk about big splash moves, but just the consistency that Jason and his group have provided Tampa in the last 4 years it's unprecedented.
Yeah.
Be able to keep that many guys together and then have them want to stay here. I mean, Mike could obviously have gone and tested the market. I mean, he's 30 years old
and got more money.
Right.
Absolutely.
Gone and been whatever. But
Baker too.
Sure, Baker could have. I mean,
yes.
Atlanta probably was in the running for Baker.
Look at the Cousins deal.
And look at Cousins' deal. Exactly. But Baker's here, and this feels like where Baker should belong. I mean, he's told me as much that he loves it here and wants to be here and wants to stay here, build a home, build family and life here. So you understand. I understand at least, and I think you do too, the job that's being done in the front office.
Continuity wins in this league.
100%. Turnover doesn't win. And obviously 25% of the league, probably 80% of the league turned over this offseason. This one was ridiculous. But usually 25, 30% of the teams, your team is turned over year over year. And so trying to even just rebuild that little bit of your team and getting them on board with the other 60, 75% of the roster is hard. So when you're able to get guys back and, kind of just, follow the same path that they've been on. I mean, I don't know why not the Bucks, right? Yeah,
I agree. I think that's the thing. It's you get all those guys back. It's not as flashy, but I think it's more effective. And the where they did make some changes and needed to be at is because the pass defense was bad last year. It just was ranked in I think 27th at the end of the year. So Carlton is gone.
Yep.
You bring in Bryce Hall from the Jets. I forget the guy they got from the Texans. I forget his name, but you bring back Jordan Whitehead, which I think is huge. Talk about this revamped secondary.
Jordan Whitehead. I was actually pissed 2 years ago at Jason when they let him get away. I mean, obviously the Jets threw a lot of money at him, so I understand it. But when doing my film sessions with the Bucks every week, I could have done one. That last year he was here, I could have done one every single week on Jordan Whitehead. Wow. He's just that kind of guy. The energy that he plays with is not matched. Obviously, him sitting next to Antoine this year was going to be going to be
special.
It's going to be pretty hard to or even qualify, but definitely quantify how impactful those two guys playing together are going to be on our secondary. But Carlton, I always loved Carlton. I love the way he played. I love the way he prepared. I wish he would have stayed healthy. I wish he would have taken the ball away a little bit more. He's a heck of a football player, but at the same time, you just signed Jamel Dean. You understand that results matter. And we didn't have production in the secondary, so there was going to be turnover at corner. It's just the way of the league.
You think Zion's ready?
You have to make those decisions. Zion is close to being ready, but if he's given the chance and the real pressure to perform is put on him, it's not I'm backing up Carlton, I'm backing up Jamel. No, it's your starting job to take. I think he takes it. He is a really talented kid. You see it in flashes. He just has to find consistency. I mean, that watching me back in the day, JP.
Yeah.
It takes a couple of years to find consistency. And once you do, and the confidence is real and true, then you just go out and start playing. Because damn, he's talented, dude. He's big, he's fast, and has a willingness to do everything that the position requires. So yeah, he should be a good player.
We had Sal Pal on Monday. and it whooped my ass in tennis yesterday.
At least you're not playing pickleball.
No.
Pickleball's the #1 injury sport in America.
Is it really?
In America, and you're old, JP.
Yeah, I know.
So don't.
But I'm still playing tennis. Our tennis players, we're still a little arrogant about the whole pickleball.
Yes,
we're like pickleball's for people who can't play tennis. Okay, I'm just there. I said it. Does it mean? Does that mean? Did I come out mean?
I'm offended.
I didn't.
And Nick's offended. Sorry for you pickleball people. But can you play pickleball, Nick?
I do play pickleball because
you play tennis.
No, I stink at tennis.
No, you can't. See, that's my point. So, but you pickleball people have your thing. That's fine.
I play golf.
You play golf. Don't play pickleball, right? That's what we're saying. Anyway, so Sal Pal said he didn't care about the Kirk Cousins thing. He's like, once Baker and Mike are signed and everybody they brought back, the Bucs are the leader in the NFC South for this year and probably the next 2 years to come.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. I mean, just
I respect Atlanta. I respect what they've done. They've got a good football team.
Absolutely, they do. They have a lot of talent on their football team. That just has to materialize itself. Right. You can't discount what the same team, essentially the same team, has done for the last 4 years. We've gotten better on both sides of the ball with the draft, I think, and then being able to find ways to win games in the NFC South and win a division. This many years in a row and returning pieces, yeah, you're the favorite. Why wouldn't you be? You and I were talking about this last year when everybody was picking us to win picking the Bucs to win 3 games. Like, the roster's too talented for them to win just 3 games. It's ridiculous. Just look at the roster and not forget about Tom Brady being replaced by Baker Mayfield or at the time Kyle Trask. Forget about that. Just look at the roster top to bottom. And it's a very good roster. Again, credit to the front office for putting this team together. And that hasn't changed this year.
Agreed.
Right? You lose Devin White. You lose Carlton Davis. There's people that can replace them.
Devin was a minus.
There's a reason KJ Britt played towards the end of the year. And Devin, I will not ever discount Devin White's talent.
Yeah,
because I remember 2 years ago, before the preseason, I said Devin White's going to be the best middle linebacker in football. He had the most sacks by far of any inside linebacker in his first 2 years. I think he had 9 that 1 year, and he was just a different player the last 2 years. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
maybe it's the money, maybe it's distractions.
Right.
Who knows? I know you got to get going. But one quick thing: do you have any idea about the future of the PGA Tour and Live Golf? Well, I mean, all these guys. They talk. Do you have any? I mean, this meeting between the Sheikh and the PGA players, I think, was something, as Rory said, that was desperately needed.
Yeah.
I think personally, Greg Norman's gotten in the middle of this and screwed everything up. And I think it's more about him. He made it about him and destroying the PGA Tour. I think when you bring the money people together with the PGA Tour players, I think you have a chance to get everybody back together. Right. And be happy again. And this tour, this event in particular, will thrive.
I have the privilege to stand around and talk to some of these tour players, and the overall consensus. Then it's not even like there's nobody that disagrees. They have to find a way to get guys back together.
Yes,
the golf is a big distraction right now with all that's going on between both of these tours. And to be honest with you, JP, it's not the biggest sport in America, right?
No,
it's not the biggest sport in the world. It's a niche sport for people that really enjoy it. And, obviously we do it a little bit different here. We bring it out, make it the funnest event on tour, most colorful PGA Tour event in the world.
Fans first.
Right, fans first. Yeah. And so we're able to draw. But art and golf fans, it's not that big of a
it's a great point.
It's not that big of a percentage of the sports viewing population. So this distraction is just hurting everybody. Yeah. It's hurting the business. I will say that they're at least moving. This meeting on Monday or Tuesday, whenever that was down there, it's the first step. And I know this feels like it's been going on forever, because it has been going on forever, and it's affecting us. Obviously, it's affecting the host organizations, affecting the PGA Tour in general. But the longer this goes on, it feels like it should be getting closer to a resolution. I would say this last meeting was the first step.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not anywhere close to it being done, but at least there's something in motion. And in the meantime, we just got to keep on doing what we can do. And I'm in charge of our 200 plus person Copperhead group and our board. And my message to them has been, let's just control what we can control.
Right.
We don't have a say in this. Obviously, we've had our meetings with the tour. We had some this week with the tour, and just finding clarity. But we also have we have to go on with business.
Right.
Valspar is up after 2025 for us, and there's uncertainty with them on their return from the PGA Tour. Yeah, for their sponsorship with the PGA Tour. And
they've lost a lot of big ones.
We have to talk. Yeah. We have to talk through our contract negotiations through this disruption in golf, and it's obviously it's difficult. This should be an easy agreement to make between us and Valspar to renew. But there's a wrench in it right now. We just have to work our way through it, and I think we're making our
with leadership like you, they can get it done. Jay Monahan, I don't know. That's me talking, not him. That's me talking, not him. And Greg Norman, those two guys. Let's move on from them. Get somebody else in there to get this done. Well, partner, thank you very much. You got the movie coming out on Saturday?
Well, it's the premiere. It's a Gasparilla Film Festival. After reshowing Prototype. Obviously the premiere was right after Hall of Fame, but Stephen Lynch is he put it in for Gasparilla. It's his first ever Gasparilla Film Festival show. So I think it's tomorrow. It's Saturday. I'm sorry, at AMC West Shore at 2:30. So
I keep thinking it's Friday.
Right. So for every right. If it was Friday, we'd be raining. We'd be a little wet right now.
Right.
But it's an opportunity to people who didn't get to see Prototype on the big screen to go see Prototype.
I haven't seen it yet, so I feel bad, but I got to go see it.
See it.
All right, partner. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're the best.
See you later.
Great Ronde Barber right there. I'll tell you, he is taking this tournament to new heights and be fantastic. I know you enjoyed that Bucks talk too, didn't you?